if you want to go to UTA, the first step to do, well, the web page is uta.edu/architecture. In case anyone, they have a lot of information about it. It's in case you want to write down, it's uta.edu/architecture.
Can you write it there,
Yeah.
Santiago?
And they have all the information about it. I know the portfolio is 11 by 14, and if you go above that, they will check it.
Wow.
It happened to a couple of people that they had to redo the whole portfolio again just because, like, stupid stuff, the truth. And, well, since all my classes transferred and I was only missing 2 classes, I contacted my counselor and they told me, you got to do these 2 classes for you to finish. So I finished them at UTSA, and then I could start my classes at Arlington. And well, I'm mainly going to talk about my portfolio at SAC, what they're looking for you to put in your portfolio, because more than anything, they want you to see the way that you think, to see if it's, they want you to think, they want you to know how you think in architecture. So as long as you show them how you think, you'll be fine, and they have to show how you follow up all the process so they can see the final product right from the first idea. So here's my portfolio. I'm going to show a couple of slides from my classes in here, but here's the portfolio that I turned in UCA and a couple of other schools. I applied to 6 schools.
6, y'all.
I applied to 6 schools. I applied to Cornell, UT, U of H, UTA, Savannah College of Arts and Design, and in case, at UTSA. But I had to decide I didn't want to take my chances. So I applied everywhere. I got accepted into 4, and
Which 4?
I got U of H, and all my classes were transferred there. I got UTA, all my classes were transferred. A lot of people that applied to some classes, like a lot of people that go to UT, they have to redo a full year. But well, I got lucky and I didn't have to do that, and I did those classes. And at Savannah College of Arts and Design in Georgia, I got full credits too, so I was perfect with that. And in some of those schools, whenever you apply, they take into account your portfolio, and if they like it, sometimes they give you a scholarship for it. So, like example, in Savannah College of Arts and Design, they offered a scholarship, and I didn't even apply for it. But,
wow.
So it was nice. And but that school more than anything design related than anything else, and a lot of visual things of computer.
So why did you end up going to UT Arlington since you were applied?
I didn't want to move that far away from here.
So it's family based.
Yeah, like family based more than anything. I know they have great teachers and great visuals over there, but I wanted to stay close by. And I definitely recommend you to go to UTA because they have a full room with all the best projects throughout a lot of years. So they have like a huge room. They have all the models, the presentations on the walls, and they're really known for their design, the way they design, and the models that they make for you to see what they're actually doing and stuff, like, so you can see it instead of just by drawing. You can actually move it around and see the spaces, which is really important. Well,
Chris, come on.
this is
What do they
my
have?
portfolio.
What do they have in terms of technical, the newest technical equipment?
What are they?
3D plotters, lasers, water jet cutter, whatever.
They have, I know they have laser cutter, and they have a 3D laser, but that's like, I haven't taken that class, it's more advanced, because I think they actually do that only for masters. Or for, they have like a couple of technology classes. One, they teach you more than anything how to use everything. I don't know if you still have one here, that they show you how to use Revit and 3ds Max, and they give you an introduction of everything so you can know what you want to go for. And over there, they enforce more than anything, they have a class for Revit, and it's a full class in 3ds Max. So you do your 3D model in Revit, and then you put the materials in 3ds Max, which those are the last 2 years. It's UTA is very similar. It's like, so if you want to stay somewhere close to what you're studying here, and if you like it, you should. That's a good place to go. So the classes are like here, like you have like 15, 17 students at the most, one professor goes around, has 10 minutes for each student, like in here, and it's depending on the teachers you take, it's very similar to architecture. Not the way that the teachers teach in terms of their ideas. I don't think you can have another Boswell or something like that. But I mean, they're both
Good wood shop?
They're all going to be different. Yeah.
Wood shop?
I'm sorry?
Wood shop? Good wood shop?
Yeah, they have a good wood shop. It's pretty big, and you can use it like, I think they have hours for the wood shop, but it closed very late. So you can go there and do your models and everything in there. And the laser cutter, you just do like, you write your name, do a line, and you can use laser cutter if you need it. I don't use laser cutter, but I tell you people to do that. So this is my first project in here with Mr. Volk's lab. All my projects are in the portfolio, but I'm only going to show a couple that I did on my portfolio in my first years at SAC. So this is my first year with Volk's lab, the point line plane, the investigations we were doing at skate park in San Pedro, in the San Pedro Park. And there's a skate park there that no one uses, so we want to do a pavilion. And all this I came up with. This is the whole semester here, right, Mr. Volk's? It's like a whole semester just doing this, probably taking the same class. I actually wanted to take Mr. Volk's lab for third and fourth semester, but they would only allow me 2. And I actually spoke with everyone, and they didn't let me because I like really teaching. But this is my first project. It came out good. If you go to the next, you'll see the just like simple drawings. And the next is that's the final skate pavilion, and that's the base that everyone did. And this is the pavilion on the side that didn't have that picture before. But you make sure whenever you do your portfolio, there's a lot of stuff so easy to do, like put this little model. I didn't have it in there whenever I presented at this class. It takes what 10 minutes just to put that model in there, and it looks like it's so do real life stuff, so they know how you see your model interacting with real life. Not only, of course, you can see in the model and you have a basic idea, but as long as you introduce it to the site, then what else? How much better can you get? And the next piece, this is I'm skipping my first year to my third year. We did 2 bus stations along Fredericksburg Road, and it's like we did like 10 bus stations, and each student has to do 2 in each intersection. I had Callahan and Callahan and Fredericksburg. And here, more than anything, what I wanted to show, you can see actually more in the portfolio, you'll see it. I wanted to show UTA or the schools that I applied what was my process thinking, how was I thinking, so they can know how I was designing. So here we did an overlay of a macro and a micro together, and I just did it in watercolor. And this circle that you see in here, that's like both of them overlaid. And
Santiago.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to go to my
That's
class.
fine, no problem.
Thank you very much. I'll
All right.
catch up with you later.
Sure.
Really appreciate it.
And that's two of them here overlapping, and it looks like one drawing, but actually it's actually 2. And you would take out the main ideas of that building. You would study that. I'm sorry, that drawing. You would study it, and what I studied. This is mainly the idea that I got. I would see an organism inside this thing. So I would see a head, tail. I had to cut this wrong, but we had a tail, and I saw a lot of these fragments of all this urban stuff that was happening in Fredericksburg. I would see it as ribs that are here. I saw it everywhere. So I was looking at it as an organism. I was trying to show how I thought, so I converted that drawing into these simple schemes that they really want you to diagram, know how to diagram. And I started from my diagrams, then I separated this drawing into 2, which was this drawing actually converted into 2, which was a 2 main stations. Those are like my 2 concept models that I did for my bus stations. That's how I developed them, and they turned out to be ones here and the ones there. She brought my models, but never mind. All right. Just go to the next one. And this is basically the final product, and Mr. Bolsbach's passed for his 3rd year, and you can click to next. This is the final model, and try to put it into context so you can see how they are organizing in real life. Next. And this is where all these bus stations they have a multimodal station, so all those buses would at the end up in one single place. and we had to design that as a final project for Mr. Bo's lab. And more than anything, all the drawing, I studied the drawings a lot, but it was more than anything small models that I made so I could do the whole process. And I did models like that at the end. I did like 10 of those so I can go from one drawing all the way to the end. And here are just some studies about sun and wind and the heights of the other buildings and all that, so I can stay within the margin. And if you go to the next, this is the final product, and this is an this part here is an existing building. It's a bus. It was a train station a long time ago at Houston Street in San Antonio. So we had to do an addition to it. So my addition to it was a whole piece in here, and we were rotunda in here because here's the train, the buses would reunite right here, and this Prairie Home Station. So that's basically what I did for this class. And you really want to show your process, so that's why I put all that. You don't want to show that much of a thinking process because they're just enough for them to know how you got from one idea to the next. Because if you put too many information there, they're not even going to understand. So you want to do the steps 1, 2, 3, that's it. So they can know how you got from point A to point B, so they know how you think. And this is for the sign board here with Miss Turner, taking her. And we had to do a wine club. This wine club included a library, a restaurant, and like 10 living spaces, and sort of like a small bar. And my main idea, my concept in here was I was looking at vineyards. I was looking at the structure of the vineyards, and here's the vineyard. They have like sticks, and they have to hold all the grapes. So this was my first idea was having a structure, not similar, but with the main concept of it. So I can have a structure holding things to the sides, like as a vineyard would do. And this is in San Antonio. I think the Hard Rock is right here, downtown. Well, this is 2 pictures, but the Hard Rock is right here. And those are just a couple of study drawings that I did for sections and study model, and you'll see in the next you'll see the final drawings. Yeah, these are just some of all the plans and all the sections that Mr. Turner wanted us to do next. And actually you'll see more here. I'm just showing all the final ideas that I had. In the portfolio, you see more than anything the thinking process. So that's what I turned in for. That portfolio is what I turned in at all the schools. This is just I simplified that in this so I can show you everything. It's a lot. And that's just the final model. And the next. And this is the competition for SAC for the last semester. And well, this is SAC. Well, architecture, I think. So we had this whole area to build, and we had to do dormitories for students and parents for where they want to stay in the school and be close to SAC. And these are just the 2 parts that are in fun that actually I never used. We wanted to enforce that usage. And this is more than my process study, just a simple analysis of wind, views, sun. I have the bus routes. I have all the circulation involved in there, so I can see where I can start doing the exits, where I can block the views. And you actually want to show that so they know that you're thinking of those things, that you know how to block these things, you know they know that you're looking at the views, you're looking at the traffic, you know where to situate things so everything can fall into place with your final design.